Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone is fine. In this class we have to learn 12th standard English, Unit 2 Prose, A Nice Cup of Tea, written by George Orwell. In this part 2 video we have to discuss the Nice Cup of Tea, glossaries, synonyms and antonyms, question answers in the detailed manner we have to study. Okay, so don't skip the video until the end. Watch the video carefully and enjoy your learning.
A nice cup of tea. So the title is very attractive, isn't it? How much we relish a hot cup of tea. So it is very rejuvenating and it relaxes us and we feel greatly refreshed after having this cup of tea. Now normally we just enjoy the drink and we leave it at that. We admire the people who made it and that is all. But the author George Orwell has gone deep into the making of the tea and he has given us some new ideas. 11 golden rules for tea preparation. He has explored it a lot and I'm sure you find all these ideas quite interesting and you would also experiment and try these on your own. Now having read the lesson in detail, let us now move on to the glossary and exercises given in your textbook. Let us look at the meanings of some new words here. Curious, interesting, controversial, arguable, disputable, virtues, admirable qualities, despised, hated, stimulation, excitement, optimistic, positive or hopeful, cauldron, a big pot used for boiling, rationing, restricting the consumption of a scarce commodity during war, dangling, hanging freely or suspended, spout, the pipe-like opening in a teapot through which tea is poured out, liable, responsible, mysterious, incomprehensible, etiquette, socially acceptable behavior. Now, we move on to the question answers. Before that, I would like you to learn some synonyms and antonyms. Now, the first word dispute, synonym is conflict and the antonym is agreement. Civilization, a society in an advanced state of development. Antonym, barbarism. Stimulated, synonym, motivated, antonym, calm or dull or tired. Stray, synonym, loose, antonym, fixed. Liable, synonym, responsible or likely, antonym, irresponsible, unlikely. Despised, synonym, hated, antonym, liked. Optimistic, synonym, cheerful, antonym, pessimistic. Shallow, synonym, depthless, antonym, deep. Arrival, synonym, entry, antonym, departure. Sufficient, synonym, enough, antonym, inadequate. Curious, synonym, interested, antonym, indifferent or unconcerned. Controversial, synonym, arguable, antonym, agreeable. Virtues, synonym, good qualities, antonym, vices. Dangling, synonym, suspended, antonym, attached. Now, you got some questions and answers. So, these are for you 3 marks. Let us look at those now. What seems curious to the author? Though tea is one of the main traits of civilization, no cookery book mentions the preparation of tea. The author finds this curious. Next question. Why does the author say that it is important to include a tea recipe in cookery books? The best part of making tea is the subject of violent disputes. So it's an art by itself. So there are so many different controversial opinions on the making of tea, on the manner in which it should be made. So the author says that it is important to include a tea recipe in cookery books. Now third question, mention the countries in which tea is a part of civilization. Answer, tea is a part of civilization in Ayr, which is the short form, the other name of Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, China, Ceylon and India. Next question, which tea does the author prefer? China tea or India tea? The author prefers Indian tea. According to the author, what is the phrase a nice cup of tea refer to? According to the author, the phrase a nice cup of tea refers to Indian tea. What is the second golden rule in the preparation of tea? Tea should be made in small quantities in a teapot. The teapot should be made of china or earthenware. How does the army tea taste? Army tea is made in a cauldron, So it gives taste of grease and whitewash. Do tea lovers generally like strong tea or weak tea? Tea lovers generally like strong tea. Why should tea be directly added to the pot? If the tea or tea powder is not loose in the pot directly, it never infuses with water properly, it never gets mixed. If it is so, they are supposed to be harmful. So tea should be directly added to the pot. Why does the author prefer the cylindrical cup to a flat cup? The author prefers the cylindrical cup to a flat cup because it holds more tea and keeps it hot before one starts stirring it and drinking it, before one finishes it. What should be poured into the cup first, tea or milk? Tea should be poured into the cup first. Why does the author advise removing cream from the milk? Milk that is too creamy always gives tea a sickly taste. So, the author advises removing cream from the milk. Does the author like drinking tea with sugar? Give reasons. No, the author does not like drinking tea with sugar. If we sweeten tea, we won't taste tea. We are merely tasting the sugar. Why does the author refer to himself as being in a minority? Majority of people add sweetener to tea, but the author drinks tea without sugar. So, he refers to himself as belonging to a minority. Whom does the author call misguided people? What is his advice to them? One who adds sweetener to tea is called a misguided person, and the group that adds sweetener to tea or sugar to tea, it is called misguided people. He advises them to try drinking tea without sugar for a fortnight. They would never want to ruin their tea by sweetening it again. So they would move on to the author's philosophy of not adding sugar to tea. Now, based on your understanding of the text, so write answers in 4 to 5 sentences. Now we'll discuss questions in detail now. You're going to write 4 or 5 sentences as answers. Now, what are the author's views on China tea? China tea has qualities which are not to be disliked nowadays. It is economical. One can drink it without milk, but there is not much stimulation in it. One does not feel wiser, braver, or more optimistic after drinking it. So, he has these sort of ideas on China tea. You're going to express them there. Now, next question. How does adding sugar affect the taste of tea? If we sweeten tea, we do not taste the tea. We are merely tasting the sugar. We could make a very similar drink by dissolving sugar in plain hot water. Thus, adding sugar affects the taste of tea. Elucidate the author's ideas about teapots. Tea should be made in small quantities in a teapot. Tea out of an urn is always tasteless, but army tea is made in a cauldron. It gives taste of grease and whitewash. The author feels that the teapot should be made of china or earthenware. Silver or Britannia-ware teapots produce inferior tea. Enamel pots are worse, but a pewter teapot is not so bad. So you just look at the text, grasp all the points, and you express these points in your own words. That will be the answer for the question. Choose the relevant points. So these are guidelines for you to find out the points from the text. Now we move on to the 5-mark essay question. So based on your understanding of the text, answer the following question. What are the golden rules of tea preparation as laid down by George Orwell? So George Orwell suggests 11 points to prepare tea. So first of all, one should use Indian or Ceylonese tea. Now the powder, the tea powder or the tea leaves that you choose, they should be of good quality. So either Indian or Ceylonese tea, that would offer you a very good taste. So be careful in making your choice. Secondly, tea should be made in small quantities in a teapot. So take only small quantities. So put it in a teapot and make it. Don't make it in bulk. Don't make it in a big cauldron. The taste, the spicy taste, everything would be lost then. The flavor, everything would be affected. Thirdly, the pot should be warmed beforehand. So that's a very, very important rule. So first warm the pot before you start using it. Fourthly, the tea should be strong. So normally, naturally, most of the people like strong tea. So light tea will not give you any satisfaction of having drunk it. So let it be strong. The author feels that 6 teaspoons would be enough for this. Fifthly, the tea powder should be put straight into the pot. Otherwise, it never infuses properly. So don't use such things like some other media in between. Just put it directly into the teapot. Sixthly, one should add water with tea powder while it boils in the kettle. So only when it is boiling, you add water there. Then, seventhly, after making the tea, one should stir it or give the pot a good shake. So do it either way. Either you stir the liquid inside or you just give the pot a firm shake. Eighthly, one should use a good breakfast cup which holds more tea. So that is also very important. When guests come to our house, we use decorative cups to serve them tea. He says, if you use a good breakfast cup, it would hold more tea and the warmth would be retained for a longer time. So please follow that idea. Ninthly, one should pour the cream off the milk before using it for tea. So remove the cream so that the taste would be better. Milk that is too creamy always gives a sickly taste. So the taste gets affected if you add cream. Add creamy milk to the tea. Tenthly, the author suggests that one should pour tea into the cup first and then add milk in the tea. This is very, very important, quite a controversial point also. Different people of different localities have different methods of making tea. So some have milk already and then they pour the tea decoction into it. But what is the author's suggestion? He says one should pour tea into the cup first and then add milk to the tea. Lastly, this is very, very important. I don't think most of you would agree with this. Tea should be drunk without sugar. So please take tea without sugar, because if we sweeten it, we won't be actually tasting the tea. We would be only tasting the sugar. Like sugar added to hot water, we could as well drink it. But the original flavor and taste of the tea is obtained only when it is not sweetened. So these are the 11 points suggested by George Orwell. Once again, let us recall the 11 golden rules of tea preparation. So you got some words within brackets and you got sentences. You must select the appropriate words and put them in the blanks. Tea should be made in dash in a teapot. So tea should be made in small quantities in a teapot. So if you learn these points, they'll be helpful for you to frame your essay. The teapot should be made of dash. So the teapot should be made of china or earthenware. The pot should be dashed beforehand. The pot should be warmed beforehand. The pot should not have dash. The pot should not have strainers. So that's why Orwell said, add it directly, put it directly into the teapot. Do not use filters or strainers. While pouring water, the teapot should be dash, should be taken to the kettle. The tea leaves should be dash, infused properly. After making tea, it should be dash or the pot should be dash. After making tea, it should be stirred or the pot should be shaken. The milk for the tea should be dash. The milk for the tea should be without cream. The author does not like to dash tea. The author does not like to add sugar to tea. So remember these rules and include them in your essay. And remember children, the essay should be in the form of a paragraph. So all the points, you write them together in the form of a paragraph. If you want, you could underline the words firstly, secondly, thirdly and so on, so that you can check whether you got all the 11 points. We move on to vocabulary now. Find out the synonym of the underlined word in each of the following sentences. But because the best manner of making it is the subject of violent disputes, the underlined word is disputes and the synonym conflicts. Option C, conflicts. Once again, remember students, in your examination, you have to mention the option, the letter for the option and then the answer too. So your answer will be 1, C, conflicts. 2, tea is one of the mainstays of civilization in the country. So the correct answer is option A, society in an advanced state of social development. Third one, that they only drink it in order to be warmed and stimulated. So stimulated is the word for which you'll have to choose the synonym. Obviously it is option A, motivated. Fourth one, under the spout to catch the stray leaves. So stray is the word underlined. So the answer is option B, loose. 5, one is liable to put in too much milk. So according to your textbook, the answer is D, responsible. Find out the antonym of the underlined word in each of the following sentences. Which are not to be despised. The word underlined is despised. The correct antonym is option B, liked. One does not feel wise, braver or more optimistic. So optimistic is the word underlined. You need the antonym of it. It is option D, pessimistic. Not the flat, shallow type. The given word is shallow. The answer antonym is option C, deep. Predicting the arrival of visitors. So arrival is the word. You have to choose the synonym for this. It is option B, departure. 5, but they are sufficient to show how subtilized the whole business has become. Sufficient, the correct antonym is option C, inadequate. Now this is an exercise on vocabulary. So we get the different parts of speech of the same word. So you got some words, an example has been given for you, and we shall try writing the other parts of speech of the remaining words. Now the first word is wise. The part of speech is adjective. An example, using it in a sentence, my brother is wise. Then wisdom is its noun form. My brother showed great wisdom in business. Now the second word is harm. So as a verb, the sentence is, we should not harm anyone. Adjective form, harmful. Smoking is a harmful addiction. Third one, stimulate verb. A cup of tea stimulates me. Then stimulation, noun. A cup of tea offers me stimulation. Argue as a verb. Naren often argues with everyone. Argument, noun form. I won the argument with my friend. Strong, adjective. We are strong when united. Strength, noun form. Unity is strength. Destroy, verb. The floods destroyed the crops. Destruction, noun. The floods have caused much destruction. Now you got an exercise on page 40, listening. Your teacher would read out the passage to you. So on listening to it, you should be able to find out the answers. Now I am just giving you only the answers. You practice this with your friend or someone at home, or when school reopens, your teacher will start doing it in class. Based on the passage, answer to the first question. Which country is the largest producer of tea in the world? The answer is China. Dash percent of the tea produced in India is exported. The answer is 30. What is the role of antioxidants in tea? The antioxidants in tea prevent cancer. Drinking tea strengthens one's dash, dash and dash. So one's teeth, bones and immune system. How does drinking tea help a diabetic? Regular intake of tea helps to lower blood sugar. So this has been quite useful. Now we got speaking. The exercise is on pages 40 and 41 of your text. Use the ideas and prepare a speech on the topic, the importance of developing a positive attitude, and deliver the speech in the school assembly. So expand these hints and include them in your speech. Now this topic is a highly resourceful one, and it's very, very suitable for you at this age. The importance of developing a positive attitude. In life, you always have to be positive. Come what may, whatever hardships you confront in life, you must have the courage and wisdom to overcome them. Think of solutions rather than complaining about the situation and going on grieving about what has happened. Positive attitude. So positive attitude is very, very essential. It helps one to come up in life. So if we sulk and brood over our failure, and if we keep on crying, we would never take the next step in our life. We would always be restrained to stay in a corner, and we cannot use our resources or wisdom or creativity. We would always be sympathizing, self-sympathy, that's all, sympathizing with ourselves, and we'd be brooding all the time, which is very, very dangerous for our future. Then a positive attitude builds confidence in us. So it proves to the world that we can shine, that we can do things in a better manner. So it gives us an ability to achieve mighty tasks. So people will stare at us in awe and wonder when we achieve something that is very mighty or great or even the impossible. How did we get the power to achieve this? Because of our positive attitude. Overcome challenges. So a positive attitude will give us the courage or the wisdom to overcome challenges. Have courage. And here is an example given in the textbook, in the passage. So it is the example of the coffee beans. So what happens to the coffee beans? When they are boiled, they give flavor. So they do not become weak like potatoes that are mashed. So when you boil potatoes, they are mashed totally. That is, they completely crumble and crumple. Or harden like the egg. When you boil egg, it hardens. So don't develop such an attitude like the potatoes, mashed potatoes or the hard egg. Instead, be like coffee beans. What do the coffee beans do? They just start producing a beautiful flavor and they offer a wonderful taste. So in the same manner, we too have to shine in our life, do good to others, and we have to excel in every activity of ours. So the optimistic approach, it enhances our performance. So our performance improves, all our skills are brought to light, the world is aware of our potentials. It pushes us to the peak position and it gives us the courage never to give up in adversity. So all adversities should be taken as challenges that could be overcome. We should think and devise new methods and means, just means, in which we can overcome our challenges. So weave all these points into a speech and present it to your teacher or to the class and encourage your friends. Now, reading passage. Again, you got a passage in your textbook. So read it carefully. I'm just giving you some sample answers. When do students start thinking about their career path? Again, this is a very, very relevant passage. You are at the threshold of completing your studies. You would be entering college soon. So here you get a chance of deciding your future. Students think of choosing a career when they reach the higher secondary level. So you will have to plan your career now. How can students build a strong career? Students must understand the prospective field and their primary interest. What are the integral aspects of a successful career? Overall personality development and communication skills. These are the integral aspects. What is meant by culinary art? The art of cooking varieties of food, that is known as culinary art. Why is media a popular career option? Youngsters are attracted to a career in media and the reach is greater, therefore they opt for this sort of a career. Name some paramedical courses mentioned in the passage. Courses in optometry, pathology, nursing, physiotherapy and dentistry. Why is the hotel industry seen as the fastest growing in India? The number of international travelers keeps increasing. Hence, there are many career options and the industry is developing fast. Does one have to be a player to opt for a career in the field of sports? Answer giving reasons. One need not be a player to opt for a career in sports field, as there are various other career options such as trainers, commentators, referees, etc. Pick one word from the passage which is the opposite of modern. So it is ancient. Read the passage and find out this word. Which word in the passage means composed of people from many parts of the country? So the word that is mentioned in the passage is cosmopolitan. It gives you this meaning. Now we move on to the textual exercises. Task 1, page 45. Recall your learning of basic prepositions and complete the sentences. The boy jumped dash a narrow stream. The boy jumped into a narrow stream. Afsar will meet me dash Friday morning. Afsar will meet me on Friday morning. The temple is dash the bank. The temple is near the bank. My friend will meet me dash his brother tomorrow. My friend will meet me with his brother tomorrow. There is usually a garden dash a bungalow. There is usually a garden in front of a bungalow. Yuvan has been studying well dash childhood. So has been studying, that is the present perfect continuous tense. So the preposition you use should be since. Yuvan has been studying well since his childhood. A trekker climbed dash a mountain meticulously. Over a mountain. A trekker climbed over a mountain. There was a skirmish dash my brother and sister. So here only two people, brother and sister, are mentioned. So the preposition is between. There was a skirmish, a fight, an argument between my brother and sister. The laudable thoughts were apparent dash many scholars in a conference. The laudable thoughts were apparent among many scholars in a conference. It is easy to work dash the ages of a visionary leader under the guidance. So it is easy to work under the guidance or ages of a visionary leader. We move on to task 2. Complete the following passages using the prepositions given in brackets. They are among, for, at, to, in. I'll read out the answers to you. When Lakshmi was at school, she practiced music from Monday to Friday. She involved herself in the school orchestra. She was responsible for conducting many programs. She was very popular among her schoolmates as she was kind, friendly and helpful. Now again another set: after, with, on, before, of, in, for. Dash the interview. Before the interview, Solomon was confident of getting the job. He knew that he was qualified for the job. He was interested in discharging his duty perfectly. The interview panel was impressed with his attitude and skills. So, after the interview, he was on cloud 9. So, you learn an idiom here, on cloud 9, very happy, exhilarated, joyful, sure of getting the job. Next exercise is on prepositional phrases, page 45, task 1. Underline the prepositional phrases. The first two examples have been done for you. With reference to your advertisement in a local newspaper, I am applying for the post of a salesman. So, with reference to, the assignment will be completed in a few weeks. So, in is your preposition, in a few weeks, prepositional phrase. Ravi was appreciated by his teachers. By his teachers is the prepositional phrase. We feel sorry for our mistakes. For our mistakes, that's the answer. The boy studied well in spite of many obstacles. In spite of many obstacles is your prepositional phrase. Our nation is famous for its glorious culture. For its glorious culture is the prepositional phrase. We are proud of our children. Of our children is the prepositional phrase. My brother will return home in the evening. In the evening is your prepositional phrase. Task 2, page 46. Fill in the blanks. All these are 1-mark questions. Fill in the blanks with suitable prepositional phrases given in the brackets. In favor of, in case of, according to, on the whole, on account of, on behalf of, in spite of, instead of. Dash Kiran, Rajesh may attend a program. Remember, you're starting the sentence with a prepositional phrase. The first letter of the first word should be in capitals. Instead of Kiran, Rajesh may attend a program. Many tourists visited Ooty, dash heavy rains. Many tourists visited Ooty in spite of heavy rains. Expressing gratitude, dash others is common in a vote of thanks. Expressing gratitude on behalf of others is common in a vote of thanks. Dash I had a happy childhood. So, on the whole, I had a happy childhood. Again, for on, the first word, first letter in caps. Our teacher always acts dash her students in favor of her students. Dash his laziness, the boy remained passive for a long time. On account of his laziness, the boy remained passive for a long time. Dash Gandhiji, ahimsa means infinite love. According to Gandhi, again, according, first word, first letter A, capital. According to Gandhiji, ahimsa means infinite love. Dash rain, take an umbrella. In case of, in with a capital I. Now children, all these punctuations matter a lot. So pay attention to all these to show that you know good English. Now we move on to conjunctions. Choose the appropriate linker from within the brackets and complete the sentences. I could not complete my paper in the examination because but I was slow in answering the questions. So you give the reason for your inability to complete the paper. So I could not complete the paper in the examination because I was slow in answering the questions. It started raining, yet so we could not play. So it started raining, so that's again the reason, so we could not play. As if I got up early, I managed to reach school on time. You're explaining why you reach school on time. So as I got up early, I managed to reach school on time. Dash, though whereas he committed a mistake, he apologized. Dash, and since promised that he would not repeat it. So though he committed a mistake, he apologized and promised that he would not repeat it. Many of us do not have the guts to apologize when we make a mistake. So though he committed a mistake, he apologized and promised that he would not repeat it. So you got some more sentences. Please choose the right preposition and practice them. Now I'll discuss a few sentences which seem to be difficult, which are quite confusing. Now, if or although she can drive, she travels by bus. So what does it mean? Although she can drive, she travels by bus. Here although is the appropriate answer. If or unless you register your name, you cannot participate in the competitions. So unless you register your name. If I use if, what would have been my answer? If you register your name, you can participate. So unless is if you do not. Unless you register your name, you cannot participate in the competitions. As soon as, besides. So as soon as my father arrived home, I narrated the incident. Be quick to hear, dash, slow to speak. Be quick to hear and slow to speak. I am neither an ascetic in theory nor in practice. So neither nor is the structure. We fail to harness the rainwater So what happens? Consequently, we suffer. My brother will certainly clear GRE for he works very hard.
Students, I hope you are all learned the today's lesson very well. Do the book back exercises and study the synonyms and antonyms and write one time in your English homework note and send it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, students.